And day out, people have been asking a lot of questions on how the separation is done. When you get a multiple sprouting like this, how the separation is done. People have been asking, and I want you to get the full information here. This is one of our peepers that has sprouted to this level. Now, fortunately for us, we had double sprouting. So, we need to separate it. We need to separate it so that they stand still on their individual positions to grow. So therefore, how is the separation done? We will show you everything. We will give you a vivid video on it so that after performing your own thing, you can easily do your separation. Now, I'm going to uproot it because they are ready for planting. You make sure the roots are there. Don't disturb the roots. So in this case, this is what we have. This is what we have. But for you to see everything clearly, we shall take everything to a small lab and then show you how the separation is done. In many cases, you have something like this. You have it nicely. Let's say this is a cutting, and then you had double sprouting like this from one parent cutting. So it will be here. Nicely like this. You will continue to be growing. A lot of people have been asking how do you do the separation because they have one mother here. These are the roots. So when you see something like this, deep, and this is, let's say, the soil or the substrate. In some cases, you may have about 8 of this just on one cutting. When you see that, you have to make sure that during separation, each portion must contain a root. Each portion must contain a root. So let's assume these are the roots. This is the parent pattern. And let's say this is the soil or the substrate. These are the pupils. And these are the leaves. This is the stem. So when you get something like this, when you want to do the separation, make sure that each portion, this is the rule, each portion contains what? A root. Let's go to the actual performance of the whole thing. Now, let's go. Now, this is an example of double sprouting. You can see it contains lots of roots, but in the long run, they all belong to a simple or a single parent as it is here. So this is how it is. Each portion contains roots. This is how it is. So this is double sprouting. I'll teach you how the separation is done. Now watch here. So now this is it. You make sure you have everything here. You just put the knife here, and then because each portion contains root, this contains its own root, this also contains it. So you just have to ask to cut this portion nicely. This is how the separation is done. So you separated them. This is it. They were like this, but we have separated them. So this is how the separation is done. This portion will continue to grow on its own, and this portion will also continue to grow on its own. So now we've gotten individual sucker, individual seedling, which is going to be planted on the post nursery before it is fully matured, before it is transplanted to the main field. So in a nutshell, this is how the separation is done. They were like this, they were together. We have done the separation. Each portion contains roots. This portion also contains roots. So they can continue to grow individually on the field. So basically, this is how separation of peepers or seedlings is done during banana stroke plantain tissue culture or plantains multiplication. So this is how it is done. Now, after performing the separation, then you plant them nicely. Make sure the root is also rooted in the soil. These are all separated ones. Keeping them here for further growth before they are finally transplanted to the field. Their final destination. So this is how the separated peepers are, and we will leave them to stand here for a period of time before they are finally transplanted to the main field. In a nutshell, we have been able to teach you how to do your own separation. You do it nicely, and then you keep them for further growth. The roots are firmly grown there. The leaves look so nice and greenish. You are going to give them extra care before they are finally planted to the field for further growth. We got them from the field, we are giving them another extra care. We did the separation nicely. We will wait and see whether the separation was successful before we plant them on the field. And when they go, it means that they are not going to die, but they will continue to grow there nicely to mature and become a fruit. Continue subscribing to our channel. We will continue serving you with our smart agro innovations. I always tell you that our innovations are simple, straightforward, and involves the use of simple organic protocols. Thank you very much, and thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, Smart Agro Innovations.